Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm your host, Ryanne Bennett, and you already know what it is. Season 2, episode 16 recap. It was titled Rebirth. And I got to get a shout out before we get started to Cameron Johnson. Luke Fox in the building is going to be playing Batwing. This is going to be so dope. I love the imagery of strong black men getting the job done, taking care, protecting. So this is going to be so dope. You can't keep Luke Fox down. I can't wait to see this. Hopefully we get it before the season ends. All right, let's dive into this episode. Speaking of Luke, why was Tavaroff back, y'all? I don't like how this is keeping it too true to life. We got to, it's getting on my nerves. I don't know why we was looking at him. I don't know how them charges could be free, how he could be free and clear without any charges. Really got on my nerves. So let's move away from him. Although shout out to Luke whipping his butt in that cards game. That was dope. So let's keep it moving here. Roman and Sophia, we get them some on-screen time with them that we don't usually get. We figured out Sophia was the one that leaked them details about Kate Kane. We was wondering how all this is going down. We figured out she was the one that did it. We know Roman pissed off, don't like Jacob Kane. So he's going to continue to go hard. He already has his daughter, making her think that she's his daughter. So that's another thing. Also, speaking of his daughter, Cersei, by the way, aka Kate Kane, aka former Batwoman, is back or integrated back into society because they think she's in a Malibu rehab retreat. So she's trying to get into this whole influencer lane is the way they're trying to introduce her back into society. I wanted to give this a shout out because shout out to that dope Rebirth Cosmetics commercial. Shout out to Wallace Day for doing her thing. That stuff was cute. So I love that. I mean, not loving this whole Cersei thing is Cersei and not Kate Kane, but whatever. So moving past that, video was definitely cute. Alice and Jacob come to the rescue. Alice and Jacob take Cersei because we know Alice goes hard for her sister. I really appreciate that quality about Alice. She's not giving up. She knows this is Kate Kane, so she comes and gets her. And we figured out Alice is going to be the key to getting Kate Kane's memory fully all the way back, which leads me to why Batwoman rocked into this episode and how she is still the baddest in Batwoman, and Ryan Wilder is Batwoman for a reason, because she ends up sacrificing the plant that her mother gave her, the last little thing she has that her mom gave her, to end up to save Alice, because we figure out that Alice is the key for Kate Kane, and we know that Sophia wants Alice because Alice done burnt down all of Coriana. So I want to give Batwoman, I'm going to shout out to that. Even though she wasn't so much the main focus of this, she was definitely, this is why she's the hero, and this is why we love her as Batwoman. So shout out to Ryan Wilder, shout out to the VCA. All right, so let's keep it pushing here. KK family never ceases to amaze you. We know how it's going down here. So Alice does take off because we find out that her boo, Ocean, is gone, y'all. Yeah, they tried to give Alice a whole boo, but it didn't last for long because, as I mentioned, or I don't know if I mentioned yet, but Tatiana was also pissed along with Luke in this episode, was with 2 whole swords and working with Sophia to kind of get Coriana back and to kind of get her anger and everything out. So she ends up taking out Ocean for Sophia. And so Alice was pissed at the end. As Alice hasn't went back to see Kate Kane yet, aka Cersei, or however you want to call her these days, because she's still a little mixed up trying to figure out which way she's going to go. So all that went down as far as that. So we'll see what happens with Alice after that. Now let me go back to Luke here. Luke was brought back to his senses in a way. There was a lot of male love here, which I really appreciate to get that on camera that we don't get to see enough, because John Diggle was in the building. John Diggle, David Ramsey, part of the Arrowverse, part of Arrow. I love when he crosses over to all these shows. He always brings the truth and the real, and he helped Luke realize that he has to keep fighting. He cannot give up this fight. He can't let him take him down like that. He got to keep pushing. So I respect that. Thank you, Diggle, for showing up in Gotham. All right, so let's keep it moving here. Another love thing that I want to shout out here is the love between Kate Kane, well, almost Kate Kane, still a little bit of Cersei because she's still in between. It's Sophie. Kate Kane or Cersei didn't realize anybody when she first popped up at Wayne Towers, when she took off running, when we know Alice and Jacob got kidnapped by the False Face Society and Tatiana busted in. So I just love how she just saw Sophie and she just went right to her and hugged her. I'm telling y'all, that's the power of love. She recognized her right away, even though she doesn't know quite everything. So I thought that was very interesting. Maybe Sophie's going to be the one too to help her get her memories back and really watch after her, because we know Sophie ain't let her go twice. So now that we have that, here's the question with that as well. Okay, so the any question for this episode comes right down to this: Kate or Cersei? So that's going to be ended for this episode. Please like and subscribe. Thank you all guys, always as usual. And I'm going to be back with more recaps for you guys. More recaps all the time. You guys stay safe. Thank you. Bye.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.